What is up, everybody? Welcome back to today's episode. We're going to be looking at this Donner travel guitar. A few weeks ago, I did a review on the ESP LTD travel guitar. If you watched it, you'll know I didn't favor it too well. I kind of tore it apart, actually, because it wasn't that great. So this week, we got a different one we can look at by Donner, or Donor, however you say it. Yeah, so let's go over some specs, then I'll tell you what I like and don't like about it after the kind of limited time I have with this guitar. I'm borrowing it from a friend, just so that I can experience something new, really. So let's get into it. Like other travel guitars, it tries to cut down on the bulk. This one does that by removing the headstock and giving you these kind of silhouette guitar pieces. I think it's like aluminum, and it has this really clever kind of collar design where you just pull back on the collar, slap it in, then let go, and it's rock solid. That way it sits on your lap better than just playing this like 2x4 looking thing. With the bridge, it's the ball ends go in the back through here, string it up, pull it through, and you tighten these set screws. Then you can clip this string here, and what's really nice is it's got this guard so that you don't poke your hand or anything when you're playing, so I thought that was really neat too. But other than that, it's got 22 frets, and the fretwork is beautiful. Has these like ball ends almost, which I'm a really big fan of. I don't know how they do it, but keep doing it. I'm always impressed when there's good fretwork on a sort of mid-level kind of budget tier guitar. They're not super jumbo, but you got 22 of them, and that's good enough for me. These pickups, I have no idea what pickups these are, but they are pretty hot and they are pretty dark, so I know most people won't have any complaints about these. I noticed when I was playing them, I kind of missed a little bit of the high end, but really is what it is. So for your pickups, you got this recessed toggle switch, 3-way toggle switch, and you got stacked volume and tone. So the volume's on the bottom, and the volume is slicker than the tone, which I like, which is a gripe I had about the LTD travel guitar. So some things I thought were cool just from getting it out of the case is that they give you like cables, a tuner, straps, tools, spare parts, and batteries all in the bag, which is really nice because I was thinking I was gonna have to rummage through the kitchen to get a 9-volt, but it came with one. When I went to go put the 9-volt in on the back, I noticed that the 9-volt and where you put the strings through to get to the bridge is the same cover. And on the back side of the cover, got your Allen keys, all the Allen keys you need for the guitar. So I thought that was a nice touch. I got this set up. So the other thing is that I got this set up a little bit. I got a fresh pair of strings on, and I messed with the truss rod and kind of the height of the strings. I really appreciated the truss rod cover. It's designed so that you can back off the screw a turn or two and it'll flip over, and then you can do all your truss rod adjustments and then just flip it back. A few of my gripes with this guitar is that when I'm playing, and keep in mind these are all subjective towards me, when I'm playing, my picking hand is right over the I guess, middle or neck pickup or whatever you want to call it. I didn't particularly enjoy that. Another thing is where this sits on your leg feels a little unusual. I think it's like more forward than I'm used to. I'm used to this hump being like sort of around here. But overall it kind of sits in the lap pretty nice. And yeah, I can't complain too much. Especially when you kind of do it in this more classical style where you're resting it on your left leg instead of your right. It feels super, super comfortable. Another thing I appreciate about this guitar is that the neck is a super flat radius. I think it's like a 20-inch radius or something crazy like that. And I really like that for bends, and it's just comfortable to me, and it's sort of what I know from playing a lot of Ibanez's. Some of the things I didn't particularly enjoy about this is I had to restring this. I was just took it out of the case, was messing around, and I bent the high E string really, really hard. And it was still like the action was still like factory set. It was pretty high action. So the string unslipped from these set screws, and that kind of like wore down my confidence on this guitar a little bit, but that hasn't happened again. So I don't know whether it's a one-off thing or whether it's because of the strings, or maybe they just didn't tighten this enough from the factory. Who knows? I think I said before that I personally like pickups that are a little more bright and twangy and harmonically active in the mid-high range. This is lacking a little bit of that, but they're not bad. It's just they could have been better. Another thing I kind of wish they did is I wish these frets were jumbo. I do appreciate good fret work, but I'd really appreciate if the frets were jumbo. And I understand that's not something that everybody needs or that everybody even wants, but I like jumbo frets, so why not jumbo frets on a travel guitar? And with that being said, let's dive into some sounds. Alright. So, I went to go record some tone demos for you guys, and this switch actually seized up. So it's locked in bridge position now, and it's like really hard to get it, try and go into any of the other positions. But as you can imagine, the single coil sounds like a single coil, and when they're combined it sounds like a thick single coil. So pretty average stuff. I'm gonna look into this. Maybe I'll post an update video, but for now let's just jam with what we've got. But for now, let's just jam with what we've got. If anybody else has had this happen, leave a comment. It always helps out when other people can share their long-term experiences with product. So yeah, anyways, let's get jamming. That's all I got for this week. I hope you guys found this helpful or entertaining. If you did, leave me a like, give me a subscribe. If you didn't, go flame me in the comments. I love reading my comments. I try and read and respond to all you guys. So go say hi, go say what's up. Also, if you guys need backing tracks, I make them. You can find them on my Patreon. I think I'm going to start doing a few free backing tracks on my Patreon that you guys can check out. And if you want access to all of them, it's only $2 a month and you'll help support the channel. So, with that being said, I will see you guys next time.